Hello and welcome to WhyZ. My name is Soham and today we are going to talk about something which I think is very important in the current scenario or current narrative, as we all are Indian anime fans basically. So I guess by now you have already heard the news that a lot of the third party anime streaming websites are going to get a permanent ban in India because Disney has moved the courts and the courts have probably proceeded with that order of banning these websites. Websites like GoGo Anime, Kiss Anime, Kakass Anime, 9 Anime, etc. So I feel like as an Indian anime fan, this is quite a important topic of discussion that needs to happen. So here we are today talking about this. And before moving into the video, I need to give a clarification or sort of information. This video is going to be totally scriptless. I didn't wanted to make a scripted video on this topic or matter because I think it won't give it justice enough, where I want to clearly give my thoughts and opinions about the ongoing situation. So that's that, and let's get into the video. Now I have these two websites which are covering this news. One of the website is covering more the legal aspect of the news and the other one is going more in depth. We'll go through both of these, but before proceeding to the websites, I think I need to give some clarifications. The thing is that I'm not an advocate for piracy. I do not support piracy in any sort of form or manner, because I think piracy does a lot of harm to the industry, to multiple industries that we love, both movies as well as animation. Because when we do piracy, we are not, giving the ad revenues and the deserving, the technical terminologies and legal terminologies which are applied here. Basically, the animators and people who are working hard on these shows, they're not getting the enough credit or monetary services that needed to be done in order to make the anime successful or in order to make the shows successful. That being said, however, India has a very peculiar situation, a situation which the people outside India are not really familiar with. The thing is that here in India, we the anime fans do not have a proper legal source to stream anime. I mean, yeah, sure, there are those Netflix and Amazon Primes which have a couple of shows. Like I know Netflix has Naruto and I guess My Hero Academia, but that's it. That's pretty much it. Other than that, I think Amazon Prime has a couple of different shows, but nothing more than that. And also a lot of these shows are English dubbed, which, to be very frank, I'm not really a fan of. I mean, I always prefer English subtitle anime, like with the original Japanese voice and English subtitles. At least that's my preference. If you like the English dub, then that's cool, that's fine, that's really alright. But for me and the majority of the other people, we all prefer the English sub, which is most of the time not present in these OTT services. And another major aspect about all of this is that the major legal streaming services like Crunchyroll and Funimation are not available in our country. We have done change.org petitions, we have called them and tagged them on Twitter, we have done pretty much everything that is possible under the sun to get their attention. But Crunchyroll still doesn't give a valid subscription for Indian audiences, and it's not really possible to see a show on Crunchyroll with all those ads and stuff. So that is the major reason why most Indian anime fans resort to piracy. It's not that we can't pay for Netflix, it's not that we can't pay for streaming services and all. I mean, a lot of Indians nowadays have these Netflix accounts and Amazon Prime accounts and various OTT services. So in order to support our favorite anime, in order to support our favorite creators, and in order to support our favorite animators, we can obviously spend a few bucks. But the problem lies when we don't even have the option to do so. I mean, you only tell me, what is the option that we have? Crunchyroll and Funimation not possible in India because they don't have services for India. So what do we have left? We are left with Netflix, which has a couple of shows. We are left with Amazon Prime, which has some other shows, but we don't have a comprehensive library for watching or viewing anime. Like suppose if I want to binge watch the original Dragon Ball, or if I want to binge watch Cowboy Bebop, or some other classic shows like Sailor Moon, Yu Yu Hakusho, or even the original Naruto, etc. Like you get my point basically. So in order to do this, I need to spend my money. If at all I want to do it legally, I need to spend my money on 3-4 different OTT services. That's just plain ridiculous. Like there's no logical reasoning behind this. So I'm totally lost here. Anyway, now we get into the actual websites wherein the legal terminologies and all are mentioned. So basically, again, one more important factor of discussion here is that this block, this side block has resulted or is a result of Disney. It was Disney who actually approached the High Courts of India and basically implemented or made these blocks possible in the first place. So there is some misconception that is going on in the community right now as to why Disney is doing this, because most of the people claim that Disney Plus doesn't even have anime. So why are they even targeting anime? Well, I think there is some misconception regarding this, and I will definitely clear it. But first, let's read this article from India Legal. New Delhi. The Delhi High Court has directed internet service providers to block the 118 rogue websites that are illegally streaming Disney cartoons. A single bench of Justice Rajiv Shagdar was hearing a lawsuit filed by Disney against digital piracy. In this lawsuit, Disney has come to the court with a plea to protect their copyright because some of the contents of Disney were being illegally streamed by some websites. So the rest of this website shows the legal side where piracy, it shows how piracy is wrong and all, and how the company does have a valid reasoning to do this. But there is an important note which is not here actually. This website also has the actual order, and you can see that kimcartoons.to is mentioned here, and I'll get back to this in the second website. This website, torrentfreak.com, this has a more elaborate description about the ongoing events. This says that Disney obtains new dynamic court order to block 118 pirate domains. Alright, this word dynamic, this is quite important here because this is a legal and I guess technical terminology as well. Because according to this, if suppose GoGo Anime makes GoGoAnime.io has been banned now, suppose, and if they want to make a new website, suppose they make a new website called gogoanime.co.tv or something like that. So according to this court order, basically Disney can immediately file a plea on this website called gogoanime.co.tv, and they can file a cease and desist because that's a dynamic. This is not a static order. This is a dynamic order which will always keep on going forward, and it will keep targeting these websites, these third-party websites. And there are almost 118 websites. That's a huge number. But one point that is coming up again and again in the community, and that's quite a valid point, but I think I should talk about it. The point is that why is Disney actually doing this? I mean, Disney doesn't even stream that much anime content in the first place. To be very frank, this will sound a bit odd and offensive, but this is boomer logic at its best. Because you see some of these websites mostly contain cartoon websites. Kiss Cartoon, Kick Cartoon, and all these websites, all of them contain cartoon shows. I mean, all of them have cartoon shows. So it is my assumption, it is purely my assumption, but I think Disney and even our high courts have made no distinction between anime and cartoons. For them, a Tom and Jerry is the same as, say, something like Attack on Titan, which is quite unfortunate. I mean, I'm not shitting on Tom and Jerry. Obviously, Tom and Jerry is a legendary show. There can be very few shows which can actually take the mantle of Tom and Jerry, but there's substantial difference between Tom and Jerry and something like, say, Attack on Titan or Demon Slayer or Doctor Stone, whatever. You get my point. So I think this is an example of boomer logic where Disney has basically shown no difference or distinction between cartoon shows and anime shows, and according to them, if it is having, say, the title of Kiss, then it is probably all jumbled up and mixed up in the same manner. Like, suppose the actual website which they wanted to target was Kiss Cartoon, which had, these shows like Tom and Jerry and all these Rick and Morty and stuff. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, I'm just saying. So suppose this website like Kiss Cartoon had it, and the sister websites like Kiss Movies and Kiss Anime, Kick-Ass Anime, they targeted all of them in the fear of piracy and all these shit. So the situation is actually quite unfortunate. I don't know if there will be any legal loopholes which these websites would be able to exploit and continue making or continue streaming anime in India. But if that doesn't happen, then it will be a problem for the Indian anime community. I'm being very frank here. Because let's see what options do we legally or logically have here. There is the option to stream some anime on Netflix, some on Amazon Prime, some on maybe Hulu or something like that. Just that's it, nothing more. We don't have Crunchyroll, we don't have Funimation, and the only other option which we have is like, that's really shitty and that I don't want to encourage at all. But that is an option, and that is YouTube. Like, remember those old days of 2015 or 2014 when in India Jio was not that prevalent and the network was really limited. I mean, BSNL broadband, everyone. So at that time, accessing all these Gogo anime were quite difficult. So the turnaround or the trick which most people used was to watch the episodes on YouTube. I mean, say a new episode of some anime is being released on Sunday afternoons at 3:30. So just go to YouTube on after 3:30, search the title of the anime and give the search filter of half an hour ago or an hour ago, and then just watch it. That's a very shitty way of watching anime, not at all recommended or something, but this situation reminds me of those darker ages and darker days. I don't know what will be the actual outcome or actual situation which will be arised after this, because this is not an ideal situation. I mean, just recently I finished binge watching One Piece. I started from the beginning, reached Wano Kuni. Like, I'm currently waiting for the next episode of Wano arc, and I also read the manga and all. But if these orders are implemented, then I don't think binge watching would be viable in India as a community that much. I mean, this will definitely put the Indian anime community in a great distress. And yeah, accordingly, VPNs and all are also supposed to be not effective against this order. So I don't know, as an Indian anime fan, I don't know what would be the ideal outcome of all of this. Maybe Crunchyroll and Funimation will try to take advantage of this situation and will finally release subscriptions for India as well. I don't know, I'm just trying to be optimistic here. I am eagerly waiting for new seasons of anime like Doctor Stone, My Hero Academia, obviously season 4 of Attack on Titan. I am in love with it. I have read the manga of almost all these series and I'm eagerly waiting for the anime. But now with all these restrictions and all, I genuinely don't know what will happen. So these were some of my unfiltered and unscripted thoughts on this matter. I don't know about you guys, but this is quite a distressing situation. Obviously, again and again, I'm not at all advocating piracy in any sort of way or form, but I'm just looking at the options which are logically feasible right now. I mean, what option do we even have right now? I'm not sure. I'm at a loss to understand all of this. So, do you guys even have any idea what we can do next? And please don't mention any form of piracy and all stuff in the comments, because YouTube, they can flag this video if they find piracy that much here. I'm not sure. I mean, I already have a channel copyright strike, so I don't want to risk anything. So even if you guys share some links, I might have to remove those links just to be on the safer side. But I will put up a discussion in the community panel of this channel. You can definitely give your thoughts there as well in regards to this. But definitely mention your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, what do you think will be the future of anime in India, quote unquote anime in India? We can only be hopeful, but for sure we don't know what will be next. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and please share it with your friends, because this needs traction. Share it on Twitter, share it on your Facebook groups, share it on anime groups, share it on Reddit, whatever. Just share it. And if you're new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified as soon as I upload new content. So that's it for today, guys. This is WhyZ, and I'll see you soon in the next video.